Hello friends. So in this session, we'll be talking about a very beautiful concept which is called as capital budgeting. And believe me friends, this is actually the heart of finance and it is very beautiful. And the reason being, it gives you the power to think. It gives you the power to take managerial decisions. So let's assume that you are the manager of a business, okay? Or you are owner of a business, okay? Fine. So, being the manager of a company, you need to answer questions which are critical to the company's development. Okay? And finding that answer becomes very important for driving the net profits of your company. Fine? And those questions can be like this: whether the capital that you have allocated for a new project, is that really profitable or is it not? So, this is the first type of question which you need to deal with while taking certain critical decisions. Okay, my dear friends? Fine. Plus, you can also be asked various other questions like, suppose you want to expand your business, and for that you require a lot of new machineries. But you have to answer a question to yourself that is it really worth to buy a machine for producing more number of units? Because you will be bearing costs for that machinery. Okay my dear friends? So machines free में तो मिलते नहीं है, सबका कॉस्ट लगता है, खर्चा होता है. तो is it really worth to buy a machine? Okay, so this is the answer, or this is the question for which you have to find the answer for yourself. Okay friends? Fine. And another question can be like, is it really worth for investing money into a new business or existing business? So let's take up an example. Suppose there is a startup and there is already existing business which has existed for over 10 to 15 years. Fine. So now you have to make a choice whether you want to invest that money into a startup or into an existing business. It is not necessary that existing business, since it has a good track record of 10 to 15 years, it will work good for you. Because if they fail, if I am repeating my words, if they fail to make technological advancements, then they can even fall down. So in such a case, startups can be more useful. Right, my dear friends? So you have to find the answer to such type of questions while you are doing capital budgeting for your company. Okay friends? Fine. Moving ahead. Now we'll be looking about certain capital budgeting techniques in this chapter, and they are as follows. The first one is called as net present value, second one is called as the IRR, which is nothing but internal rate of return, third one is profitability index, and finally we'll be talking about payback period. Okay my dear friends? Fine. So now let's understand the NPV approach, or the net present value. For that, listen to me very carefully. Okay friends? Fine. Suppose you are having random numbers from 10 to 60, and they are as follows: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Right, my dear friends? Now, remember this thing very carefully. Okay, friends? Each and every number starting from 10 and ending at 60 has its own present value. I repeat, each and every number that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, they are all having their respective present values. And if we combine their respective present values, so what we get is nothing but the net present value. Okay friends? Fine. So let's take up one more example and understand things more clearly now. So you come across a very needy friend. Fine. So since he is a very needy friend, he is asking you for some money at today's date. So we prepare a timeline where we have a time period 0 over here, and your friend is asking for $10 from you. Fine. And since you are a very kind hearted person, what you do is you lend that $10 to your friend with a promise from your friend that after a period of 1 year, he will give back $12 to you. Okay, friends? So, I ask you a simple question now. Is it really a good deal? So, yep, it's really a good deal at first instance. Fine. I ask you a second question now. What is the net gain from this transaction? Yes. What you will do is you will simply subtract this $12 from $10. Fine. So you are getting a net gain of $2. Now, there is a twist. Remember, my dear friends, there is a twist over here now. I ask you a different question. How to compare these returns with the risk-free rates in the economy? So, I will explain this in Hindi to you all. It simply means, समझो आपने जो ये ट्रांजेक्शन पूरा किया हुआ है जहाँ पे आपने अपने दोस्त को $10 दिया और आपको रिटर्न में $12 मिला और आपका नेट गेन $2 है, क्या ये ट्रांजैक्शन इतना फ़ायदे कारक है? हाँ या ना? क्या हम लोग इससे ज़्यादा कमा सकते थे अगर हम लोग किधर और इन्वेस्ट करते या तो किसी और को पैसे देते तो? सो वी हैव टू फाइंड आंसर टू दिस क्वेश्चंस. सो for that we need to find the risk free rates in the economy. And which is considered to be the risk free asset in the economy? Yes, India's 10-year bond yield is considered to be the risk free asset in our economy. And let's assume that the current 10-year bond yield is 6.30%. Okay, my dear friends? Fine. So what we will do is we will now apply the formula for net present value, and just for a second, net को भूल जाओ and just read present value. And we already know the formula for present value. I had taught you two formulas. Present value is equals to what? Future value upon 1 plus r raised to n, or we can also write it as future value into 1 plus r raised to minus n. So now let's use this formula, which is fv into 1 plus r raised to minus n, and solve the previous example that was given to you about a needy friend. So since we were going to get $12 after a period of 1 year, so future value is $12. So in place of fv we write 12 over here. R, which is nothing but 6.30%, this is the risk free rate of the economy, so we substitute this r as 0.063 over here, because 6.30% can be written as this. Okay, my dear friends? Fine. And n, the period of which you were lending to your friend, is 1 year, so in place of n we write 1 over here. Okay, my dear friends? Fine. Now what you will do is you will simply calculate and bring the final answer. So you will get the answer as 11.29. And how to interpret this 11.29? This 11.29 is actually the present value of $12 that you got from your friend after a period of 1 year. Okay, my dear friends? Fine. So now what we will do is we will find the net present value. And what is net present value? It is actually the combination of cash inflows and cash outflows. Right, friends? So what was our cash outflow? हमारे हाथ से $10 गए थे, हमने हमारे फ्रेंड्स को $10 दिए थे, so it will write minus 10 over here. Fine. And in return we got 11.29, which is the cash inflows. So the net present value is nothing but 1.29. And remember, my dear friends, look at this cloud very carefully. We have to invest in projects with positive NPV. अगर हमारा आंसर पॉजिटिव में आता है तो स्ट्रेट अवे टेक अ डिसीजन टू इन्वेस्ट इन द प्रोजेक्ट बिकॉज इट इज प्रॉफिटेबल. राइट, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स? फाइन. सो this was the introduction about the net present value, where we understood one example and how to take a decision whether we need to invest in a particular project or we need to reject a particular project. Okay, friends? Fine.